One moment, everybody. Hey, how you doing out there? This is Colin Tanner from GamesUnderPressure.com, and you're watching yet another episode of the First Hour. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at Crime and Punishment. No, not the book. We're doing Crimes, plural. Crimes and Punishment. This, of course, is another Sherlock Holmes game. I'm not sure how many they're on right now. I think this is the third. I could be mistaken on that. Turn that down a bit. Yeah, so I've actually never played one of these Sherlock Holmes games before, but that's never stopped me from making a first hour on something before. We're going to find out together what exactly these games are all about. I will say that this game was available on the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, the Xbox One, and the version we're taking a look at is the PlayStation 4. Not sure how much of a difference there will be compared to that. Oh, and PC. Gotta remember, PC, of course. Always invert camera Y. How to play, okay. Touchpad, swipe right, imagination, swipe left, Sherlock talent. That's interesting. Run, switch characters, launch imagination, run, launch Sherlock talent. Okay. Open deduction space, open casebook, perform actions. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what kind of cutscenes we get in a game like this. Okay, was not expecting anything this funky, but alright. Starring Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Sure! Treat them like the real people. Sure, why not? That was weird. Not in a bad way necessarily. I just didn't expect there to be kind of like a trip hop opening to a Sherlock Holmes game, but okay. Sure. Why not? The Fate of Black Peter. Deduction space icon appears each time you find a new clue. You know, I do like some of these mystery games, these detective games. I really enjoyed L.A. Noire. I enjoyed Murdered Soul Suspect, though you'd never be able to tell if you watched the first hour. Because that first hour was pretty rough. They didn't explain a whole lot as well as they should have.
Holmes.
Wouldn't you have run out of bullets by now?
Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad.
Wouldn't you have ran out of bullets? Like, really, right? Look like at the maximum that could hold 7 bullets.
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
To open the casebook and check your current progress, press square. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Investigate the crime scene at Woodman Lee's. Set a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee's. Inspector Lestrade wants to pay. Alright. Okay. So the casebook. There we go.
This is where I keep my post. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Concentrate your attention on finding details that others are inclined to overlook. Or imagination talent helps you visualize objects and events in limited situations. Interesting. Guess I'll go... Yeah, Baker Street? Nope. I gotta go to Woodman Lee's?
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Alright. Where is close? That's the Watson... Open Watson's door. I feel kind of silly. I'm supposed to be Sherlock Holmes. I can't even figure out how to get dressed. That ain't good. Wardrobe. There we go. I earned a cookie. Literally. Oh. This will go with the unbuttoned suit. Okay. Disguises and all that. Yeah, alright. Interesting, so I guess he'll have to disguise himself throughout the game. That's what Batman did in Batman Year 1. Although, Batman has disguised himself later on. One notable time he actually had amnesia afterwards, which was very tragic. Because he couldn't remember who he was. So no one would even believe him that he was Bruce Wayne. Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, was born in 1845, so 50 years old. Okay, that's cool. They actually put you in the time and place of 1895. He achieved great success whale hunting in Scandinavia. Retired in 1884, and eventually moving to Woodman's Lee. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I like the voice acting so far. It's appropriate for a late 19th century British drama.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Too bad they don't actually put it out phonetically. Like, I'm over here. Yeah.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Wait, what'd I do? There we go. Yeah, yeah. Nope. There we go. Something else. Gloves? Okay. She's wearing gloves. Uh-oh. Yep. Character portrait complete.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Those shadows look pretty bad on her forehead, but so far, the game does look pretty good.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how
Oh,
do
that's
you know
cool.
about that?
What? Choose evidence that confronts... Wait a minute. Judith Carey is a woman with an uneasy life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. She's a very religious Christian Catholic woman who undertook St. James Way pilgrimage when she was young. But how do I select one of those? How do you know about Plymouth? Pilgrimage.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
What a weird show off. Just a weird person just like, I'm sorry about your husband dying, but check out this. I figured out all this stuff.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
Awesome. Love it.
Mr. Holmes?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
The garden's evidence? Capable garden works here. Gardener. See what this guy's doing. Stone pathway. Oh my god. Footprints. Ooh, cool.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
That was neat. Now we know something about footprints. They are unidentified footprints left recently on a patch of wet earth at Woodman's Lee. They may have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots that would match them. Okay. Why does it want me to...
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Mr. Holmes?
This is the exact same thing in the exact same tone. Is that just how all cops treat Sherlock Holmes?
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
I'm supposed to be looking at the door. Door lock. Scratches.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Interesting. Well. Wait a minute. Did I just open up the door? Crud, I should have looked first.
What a terrible way to die.
I don't know. I could see the appeal in this. What is that? That pitchfork?
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
Examine the pool of blood. Yes. Look at the blood on the knife. Oh, that's right. Oh, I likes me that. Wait, am I the murderer?
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. This Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Ooh, a notebook. Rotate the object in any direction, examine it thoroughly, and uncover new items. Okay. Ooh, okay.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Huh.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Ooh, it's like the ending to Black Ops 1. Heyo. What did I just do by pressing triangle? Find a pair of related clues that will be formed into a deduction. Red color signifies unachievable clue. Alright. Draw a clear picture of the crime by forming your deductions from the combinations of the clue. Track down the guilty party. What? I don't... I'm not...
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Organize an ambush? What? Is that what you want me to do?
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Interesting. Completed. Select a suit to wear. At least I got that done. Might not have solved any murders, but I stopped a fashion crime. Kind of wish it would tell me when I've discovered all the clues of a particular area. That'd be pretty cool.
Someone drank from this glass recently. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
God, I am so tired of everything being so PC, you know? God.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, what? I have to move the... Say what? What am I doing? There's only one direction I can... Okay, so that's taken care of. Wait, what? This is kind of ill-defined. What I'm supposed to do here. Yeah, what? Well, that belongs there, doesn't it? Because it matches up with the boat. And that belongs there. Because that matches up with the boat, right? Am I being dumb here? I don't quite understand this part. Oh man, what did the tutorial say? Oh, that's right, they didn't have a tutorial for this part. There was no tutorial. I should just figure this out instantaneously. Right. No idea what this is. What, I mean, like, why is there a smoking pipe and a tobacco leaf? Like, what? What? What, man? Oh, I kind of get it. I don't. What? Whoa!
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
That was a little weird. Hopefully they don't get too much more difficult than that. That challenged me pretty good, but I am a dumb person. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death. Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8. Oh.
They're size 8. How do I do that thing again where I'm trying to combine ideas? Nothing. Thought I could just...
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
The Sea Unicorn? Who called it the Sea Unicorn?
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Hey, takes all types, but I wouldn't call my boat the Sea Unicorn.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Hmm?
Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Hey, you gotta get that blubber somehow. Can't just let those things just swim. Ooh, he got harpooned.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
That is bad luck there, man. Oh, I guess well, wait a minute. Is it white or is it green?
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
So I guess I still do have things to look at.
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Huh. That did it. Now it's green. So if there's anything white, it means I still have to look at other stuff. Okay, cool. I like this. I'm digging this.
Mr. Holmes?
That dude is so ridiculous.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky,
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Makes sense to me. But what do I do now?
These boots don't match the footprints.
Gotta be something around here I can examine. Something. Maybe the house? Nope, can't examine the house.
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
They want me to do something else? They said it was complete. But what do I do? I have to go over here? Do I have to recheck my evidence? And the shoes don't match, I know that much. Okay, so that seems like I've checked everything there. Do I just leave? I don't know. Evidence is required. I agree, but I think I scoped out all the evidence that's here. Didn't I? I don't even think I was supposed to find those footprints. I thought I just got lucky there. Maybe I have to try and leave and then we can set up the ambush. No, that's not it.
Mr. Holmes?
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
I wish they could explain why he needs to say that to himself. You know, like, why am I choosing to walk away right now? This doesn't make any sense. It's like someone else is controlling my body. Oh, I can just ask her. I guess that's pretty obvious. Just go and ask her some questions.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Huh.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be
Yeah,
somewhere
it's
in
the
his
missing
cabin.
space on the top shelf.
Thank you, madam.
Wonder if I use this imagination if... What is he doing? He's got a magnifying glass? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, man? Wait a minute.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884.
Can't move while he's
Peter
talking.
Carey was her captain.
So wait a minute. Whoa, whoops. What did I just do wrong? What else can I do? I've already got his boots and all that. Why don't I try and look at the footprints and then can't use my imagination here?
These footprints are...
I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to go where he suggested and hide out back? Doesn't seem possible. Game's kind of dark. It's kind of hard to see where I'm going. That's not helping. Oop.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Well, that's abrupt. Okay. So far I like this. But I'm kind of into these types of games. They make me feel very smart. And I'm not very smart. So, video games should let you do stuff that you normally can't do. Like steal cars and kill dragons. And for me, that experience is feeling smart. I'd still get to do it, man. Okay, time to continue. This game is very dark, though. And kind of framey. Frame rate gets a little chunky.
Shh. Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
Mr. Holmes?
Why would I expect anything else?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocence? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough! You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Why tomorrow morning? He's right there, pointing a gun at him. Why don't you ask him some questions now? No? Alright. We go to Scotland Yard, we will. Go to Scotland Yard. We go to Scotland Yard. Alright, what do they want me to do? I thought they want me to select Scotland Yard, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Did it the first time. Oh, that's like what I'm supposed to do.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
I was just trying to figure out what exactly is this game called? Is it called Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment, or is it called Crimes and Punishment Sherlock Holmes? I have to look into that.
Mr. Holmes?
What on earth is up with that?
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations... and partner, 1883. To my friend, from R. Dawson. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Wait, you're just gonna keep that? Where'd the ring go?
A handkerchief with the initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
I got his belongings. I'm not sure if I actually need to check anything else. Huh. Okay, maybe I don't know where I'm going.
Locked.
I can't go there, so yeah. I must have to go down here. Maybe I don't need to be here either. Kinda wish it would... I kinda wish it would, No, that doesn't help. Just nudge me in the direction slightly. Ever so slightly.
Mr.
Mr.
Holmes? At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Do I just leave?
Mr. Holmes?
Do I go back to... I guess I have to check the archive? Is that what I have to do? I'm good. Let's go. I mean, I know it's a loading screen, but... I mean, you can't see, but on the... where my face is covering up, that's the loading screen. So far, so good. A little mystery game. I like mysteries. Alright. Heavy gold ring from the inscription from R. Dawkins to my friend. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883. Blood test. Poisons, wounds, criminalistics. Martial arts? Yeah.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
Yeah, I didn't think that was what I was supposed to do. Ah, there we go. Dawson. The Dawson and Nigel Investment Fund, a regional banking and institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio. And has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of the company is pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nagel, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Nagel is wanted both by police and his creditors.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
That's it? Yeah, I guess... Let's see what Watson's up to.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
I'm gonna talk to the dog. What? What's going on?
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British
Your
Empire.
telescope is set to where that woman lives? Sherlock Holmes is a lot more depth than I remember. He was kind of like a sick weirdo. Back to the loading screen. Excellent. That's the only thing that kind of sucks. I mean, hey, at least you get to open up your casebook and brush up on what you've learned already, but these loading screens are kind of a chore. I mean, I like the ambiance of him in his carriage and looking out his window, but... You know. I wonder if they really are loading screens or if they were designed that way. I can't imagine they would be. Man, remember how this game started off with trip hop? What's that about?
Mr. Holmes?
I just gotta stop talking to those guys, period. Just don't talk to any more cops.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would
Aw,
only make things
snap.
worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
What, really?
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Profile of the victim. The ring's engraving.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Got him good. A stupid hat. Patch. Like patch atoms. A thin neck. I gotta look at his shoes. Expensive fabric. Short sleeves. Buttons. Elaborate buttons. Calluses. And scars.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Yep. I can already point this out. It's the ring's engraving. What? That was the wrong... Select the correct answer. Well, thanks you.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
So I'm supposed to prove that the ring isn't his. Father's jacket? Alright.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
So if I press triangle... Yeah, it does this again. So he's a non-smoker. And we need swift actions. What? Wait, go back. Alright. Missing tin box and the break-in attempts. No? Alright. Is this when I'm supposed to solve the crime? I don't really get... Peter Carey was armed with his knife. Okay. Oh, okay, I can just do this indefinitely. Do I lose any points for this? No, just do whatever? Okay. I don't mind. Huh? What'd I do? I solved the mystery? Experiment required to find out where an unskilled and uncertain man could have used a harpoon. No, there's no way it could have happened.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Yeah, I mean, this is more of a relaxing kind of game. Very cerebral. Open deduction. Man, it still really wants me to do this, doesn't it? I just don't think there's anything left for me to... Oh, wait a minute. See? Like, what else am I supposed to do? It's done. The break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in the pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. Okay. I guess that's something to do during a loading screen.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Okay. That sounds good, but are you really going to make me go all the way there to get the harpoon? Oh, wow. Wait a minute. So you want me to go through a couple loading screens? Come on. I don't know, guys. That's a mistake on their part. I wouldn't recommend that. And, wow, you're a diligent reader, Mr. Holmes. Your book just flew into your hands there. I gotta go there. I mean, unless there's an event that'll occur and, like, something story-based, then I can understand why I'm doing this. If I walk in there just to get a harpoon, just so I can go back to the other loading screen, I'm gonna say that's bullshit.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
And I will say that is bullshit. By the way, no, the video is not hitching up. Just watch my stupid head bounce around, and you'll be able to tell that the game's just getting kind of framey. Well, at least the loading screen was a lot less.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test. The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
I was not expecting this when I picked up this Sherlock Holmes game. I didn't think there would be pigs and harpoons and all that.
Holmes.
Damn it. At least it's getting whiter. Oh, because he's getting better at it. Oh, that's interesting.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
No, look at me being Watson. Oh, I thought it was Watson for a second. Nothing else for me here. Tasks, investigate the murder of Peter. Yeah, I know. Ship log for 1883 might put some light on the blah, 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 blah. What do you want me to go do? What am I doing? Where should I go? What should I do? Where should I go? What should I do? Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not really afraid to make a mistake, go somewhere I shouldn't. But those loading screens, they hold me back, man. They really hold me back. What? Should I just go investigate the crime again? I mean, I don't know. Really get what I'm supposed to be doing here. Kind of a shame because I'm enjoying this. Just wish it was a little more direct on what it wanted me to do. Not to give me the solution, but something like, I don't know, where should I go next? I mean, I really can't imagine where I should go. Back to his Holmes's study, you know. No, this has all been thoroughly researched. Unless there's something I'm supposed to... No. Nothing here. God. Wish it was just... Investigate the murder. Already doing that. John Nichols seems not to be a usual thief. What was his role in all that? Ship log for the year 1883 might put some light. I wouldn't know where to go to get the ship log. Try Scotland Yard? I don't know. Am I just gonna tell the police officer? Be like, he's too weak to throw the spear. He's too weak to throw the spear. I would say he's too weak to throw the spear. Too weak to throw the spear. Well, this has been the first hour of Crimes and Punishment, Sherlock Holmes. And, I'm enjoying it.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
So there's nothing I can do. Kind of stuck here. Well, whatever. I'm liking this so far. I just think this part is a little misguided. Because honestly, what am I supposed to do? Or where am I supposed to go? Sadly, there's no answer.
At your service, Mr.
At least none
Holmes.
here.
Mr. Holmes.
But oh well. I've enjoyed it. Yeah, guys. Go to gamesundderpressure.com. Check out more of our videos. We just did some for Shadow of Mordor. Natural Doctrine. Forza Horizon 2. Lots of stuff. God, lots of stuff. Just go there. Just go there. I'm recording this kind of late, so I'm a little punchy. But hey, thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time for the next episode of the first hour. Like, subscribe, and go to GamesUnderPressure.com. See you guys.